Hello, hello. I'm late today. I am late today, so I'm sharing the video across the pages. Give me a minute. Gotta change the privacy settings. That'll help. Hello, hello. Page. Just about have it to all the group, so we're gonna get started here in a minute. There we go. Hey Deborah, how's it going? Alright, so today's topic is on preferences. So what I want to know from all of you is, what is your preference? When it comes to selecting a psychic of your choosing, do you prefer to have a male psychic? Do you prefer to have a female psychic? Do you look for specific tools that they use? That is what we're going to talk about today. So I want to know in the comments, what is it that you look for when you look for a psychic? Do you prefer a male? Do you prefer a female? Do you care whether they're male or female? Um, a lot of what I notice is most people are drawn to either one gender or the other. Me personally, I look for someone who is unique and different. So if I just see you're using tarot cards, I probably won't get a reading from you just because I'm used to it. Like, I don't care. I actually like to see something unique, something different, something I haven't experienced before. But that's just my personality. So it doesn't matter male or female. It depends how I get along with them. That's good, Deborah. That is definitely good. And a lot of people are that way. Yasmin, I don't have a gender preference. Typically, it's about the energy that resonates. Exactly. Accuracy? Well, how do you define their accuracy, Matthew? How do you define their accuracy if you don't know them and you're just seeing them for the first time? Say you went to a psychic festival and you were walking up and you saw 10 different psychics. How do you choose? How do you choose? Now, most people are, intuitive, and they're going to go to who they feel is right, which would be the best thing to do for anybody. I don't use tools myself, but I don't care if they do as long as they resonate with me. Exactly. Energy and Alexis. Good. They better have reviews, right, Deborah? I hear ya. A lot of people come to see me because they have gotten word of mouth from somebody else. So that's usually why I get people coming to me. Or they see me on Facebook Live, which is very common. A lot of people, when I go to these events, they're like, I know you from Facebook, and I'm like, who are you? No preference, but was drawn by your Aurora. You were you were first to read me, even though I read myself. I enjoyed that reading too, Claire. I did. And I hope that helped you. I hope that resonated for you. I go to whoever I'm drawn to, but I don't have a preference in gender. That's good. That's good. And a lot of people don't really have that preference. I'm actually surprised to see a lot of people here don't have a preference. I actually expected to see more preferences as to male or female. But I think most people that are drawn to my energy don't have a preference. They go to whoever they feel is right. But also, we're drawn to whoever is meant to help us at that time as well. So you need to be aware of that. Recommendations, but if don't know any of them in a row at a fair, I choose who is least flashy. That's good, Matthew. I do agree with that. I do actually agree with that. Um, if they're too flashy, it's probably someone who's just, too in it for the money and doesn't really care to really help you, is really what I would get out of that. Um, Whoever you're drawn to, Yasmin. Monica, welcome. I was trying to have a guest star today. I wanted to have a female psychic with me to actually talk about this to see, who is drawn to her compared to who is drawn to me. And just see what kind of differences we find. But I couldn't find anybody, so it was a no-go today. But I am giving away a free 15-minute reading today. So what you got to do to win a 15-minute session with me for free is that you need to go to my Facebook page, Lucid Vision Psychic. Okay? It shows up down here at the bottom, www.facebook.com/lucidvisionpsychic. Like the page. You're going to find a post at the top of it. And it's going to say to leave a GIF in the comments with your favorite psychic GIF. Whatever you can find. And I'm going to choose my favorite one out of the bunch. And whoever I choose will get a 15-minute reading. So I want to see you guys all go over to the page, like that, leave your favorite GIF in the comments, and then in 24 hours I will choose my favorite. So that's that there. But a lot of people are saying, they don't have a preference on gender. What about tools? Do you have a preference on what tools they use? Thank you, Becky. As far as tools, like I said, for me, I personally will go to someone who's unique, someone who's different, something I haven't experienced before. Basically, because I've been around it for so long, I just want to experience something different. So I try to I steer away from the tarot only type of reader. I do have a psychic that I go to that reads tarot and oracle. And she has like 10 different decks that she brings with her, and she uses each one individually based on what she's drawn to use at the time. And even though I'm used to that and that's not unique, she's someone I trust to go to. But if I see something unique and different, I want to try it. One of the events I went to recently, this past year, I had a, what is it called? A past life reading. So she went back and looked at like how many past lives I had and what kind of life I had in those lives. And I've never had that before. So I was like, let's just try it. I just wanted to jump in there and try that. So are you drawn to specific tools? Are you looking to try different things? What is it that you look for? So much good energy here today too. I do like that. But let me know in the comments. And if your comments aren't showing up here, I want you to click on the link that I put as the pin. You're going to see a pinned link. I want you to click on that and try commenting in there, because that might be where you have to go to get your comments seen here on this page. So try that. If you're not seeing your comments here and I'm not reading them, click the pinned link in the comments and head over there and try to comment there. I might be able to see you that way. Because this is actually from a URL. The directly URL is what gives me the comments here. And because I share to multiple groups, it might be that you're commenting in a different group and it's just not coming up here. I don't know how that works. It might. Who knows? It is what it is. Mandy, I'm drawn to psychic that doesn't care how you feel about the reading. He or she is there to tell me what spirit needs to tell me. I don't like rainbows and unicorn stuff. I hear you, Mandy. And that should be the way most readers do look at it, too. Tell it like it is. Tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. If you find a psychic that's just going to tell you what you want to hear, you're not going to learn anything from it. You know? It's just the way it is. You shouldn't do that. If you actually are there to help the client, you're there to tell them exactly what you see and how they can benefit from it. A lot of my futures, when it comes to a negative reading, I don't like to share bad news. I don't like to share the negative. And a lot of people don't, and you don't want to dwell on it. So when I read a negative situation and a negative event that's coming up in the future, what I do is I actually tell you, the future is not set in stone. There's no guarantee that this is what's going to happen, okay? You can always change that. What shows up for me as far as future goes is the direction you're in and where you're going at this time. So if you're on a track and you're just going negative event after negative event, you're bound to follow a negative path, and it's going to just continue to go in a negative way. If you make some sort of change leading up to these events, it's going to change. You're going to have a turn of events. So it's not guaranteed that something negative is definitely going to happen in your future. But if you follow that path and you follow the same routine you're going in now, you're going to get to that result. So that's what I try to, get across to my clients, that, it's not all bad. It can change, as long as you know what you need to change. Let's see here, but I think that if you see things that is bad, you should not say it. No, not necessarily, Monica. If you do see something that's negative, sometimes the individual needs to hear it. There are some people that don't want to hear it, and they only want to hear the good stuff. And, that's okay, but what are you going to learn from it if you just continue to follow down that path and kaput, you just had a bad thing happen to you because you didn't know it was coming. It's rough. Welcome, Amy. Another thing is like death. I don't like to read death. I don't like to read when it's going to happen, when someone's going to pass away. And if it does show up that way, I'll let you know that there is, some negative health issues in regards to an individual. But I will not tell you when they're going to pass away. I will not do that. I have done that in the past, and I've had people thank me for it because they knew they had only so much time before, this person passed away. And it gave them the time to grieve and, communicate with the individual on a level that they were comfortable with leaving it at. And, that's good, but not everybody's ready for that. So you got to be careful with who you read, when you read them, and what you say to them. Each individual is different. But anyway, Amy, we're talking about preferences today. So leave in the comments if you have a preference, whether you like to be read by a male or a female. Do you prefer someone who uses tools as to no tools? If so, what tools are you drawn to when it comes to getting a reading? That sort of thing. That's what we're talking about today. So leave your information in the comments there, and we'll talk about it. Welcome, Rosalita. Yes, I can see when people pass on. I can. I didn't see my mother's, though. that was a shock to me, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it was just blocked from me. It could have been blocked from me just because of the fact that I wasn't ready for it. And if I would have solved that, it would have probably just threw me into, a whole nother thing. Because I had a lot going on at that time, with my business growing and trying to be focused on my business and making things happen. So that might be why it was blocked. Because if I knew she was gonna pass away, I would have probably been just devastated, and I wouldn't have been able to do my work and grow my business. So everything happens for a reason. Elizabeth, no preference, just how you feel. I've been hearing that a lot today. And I think that's the type of people that I attract and I draw. I think some other people might have a different idea. Like if somebody else went live and did the same question, they may have a different result as to who's actually drawn to them. Becky says that she prefers when people go into using intuition instead of just using cards. I totally agree with that. The thing with that, and I like to make that note too, is when you go to events and you go to psychics, a lot of the psychics actually use tools just because most people prefer to see something to look at. So with me, for example, I have the tools. One, yes, it makes it easier to read. Intuition is, something we all have. The tools make it easier, one, and two, it gives the client something to look at, something that they can see that says, oh, this makes a lot of sense. Because if it's pulled out of thin air, some people won't accept that. So that's something I like to touch on too. So a lot of people are like, well, if you're really psychic, why do you need this? It's because people prefer to have something to look at. If they have proof right in front of them, they can accept it. If they don't have the proof in front of them, well, there you go. Claudia, I like trying different readings with different people because I like to hear the differences in the readings and the energy. Some people focus on certain things, whereas others focus on others. And so I find it really interesting to hear the different readings from different perspectives using different methods. That's awesome, Claudia. That's actually kind of where I'm at too. I mentioned earlier that I'm drawn to the uniqueness of different readings. Me, for example, I use dice, playing cards, and numerology for my readings. So mine are different than most. But when I go to get a reading, I want to try different things I haven't tried before. So that's an awesome way to say it, Claudia. I love that. Um, but as far as different perspectives, it's not only the tools that give a different perspective, but also the psychic themselves. We all are drawn to read a different way, and we could both. Okay, for example, if two psychics are using tarot, we could both pull the same cards in tarot and tell you two different stories. Reason is, I would see one thing, whereas the other psychic would see something else. We would both have a different pickup on it, but in most of the time, it does relate the same story, but just a different view. I don't even know how else to say that. We have different views on it, different ways of seeing it. Same result, same outcome, different idea, different way of seeing it. Yasmin, I just thought about the fact that most of the male readers I am drawn to tend to have more of a feminine side to them. Exactly, Yasmin. So you are drawn to more of a feminine approach. Someone who's probably more caring and nurturing in aspect. Phyllis, do you like to touch the person's hands? Um, Only when it's a emotional read. If it's an emotional read, I do a lot of hugging. Is what I do. I do hugging, um, and it's usually after the read, just to give that comfort, that respect, but comfort. But it's usually only during emotional reads. I don't usually touch the other individual. And when I do my live readings in person, I allow them to actually shuffle the cards. I actually cleanse my cards after the events, but During an event, I let them shuffle the cards, let them put their energy in there, and they roll the dice too. So, I'm going to eat my candy. Do you do readings on live? Yes, I do, Rosalita. Um, Today, we're just talking about the topic of preferences. I am giving away a live reading. You have to visit my page, Lucid Vision Psychic. When you go there, you're going to see a post. And that post is going to say, leave your favorite psychic GIF in the comments. Okay? I'm going to choose my favorite psychic GIF that is in the comments on my page. So if you want to win a free 15-minute reading with me, that's where you go. Now, if you want to see how my readings are done, I do have a YouTube page. I will leave the link at the end of the video. So after we're finished, I'll leave the link in the comments at the end of the video. And that there is a link that will show you how my readings work, because I actually did a giveaway for 3 live readings. So it's 3 15-minute sessions here live over the phone, and you can have a better understanding of how my readings work. Say that again. For the free reading, you want to go here. www.facebook.com/lucidvisionpsychic. When you go to that page, you're going to click on the top comment. It's going to be leave your favorite psychic GIF in the comments. Okay? And a GIF is like a video clip. You want to be on like your phone or something. And you go there, you leave your favorite little clip in the comments, and I'm going to choose my favorite one at the end of tomorrow. So one person's going to win a free reading by leaving the GIF in the comments. If you can't leave a GIF, leave your favorite quote. Leave a psychic quote. Something you can find out. Or a picture. There you go. Get a picture. It doesn't have to be a GIF. It can be a photo. There you go. Not a GIF, but a photo. If you can't do a GIF. But we pretty much touched on like everything when it comes to preferences. I didn't really think of it thoroughly about what we were going to talk about. So, we're going to do some reads. So if you guys have any questions that you want answers to, I want you to leave them in the comments. I know me eating chocolate is not the most attractive thing, but it was Halloween. I'm eating my candy, okay? Monica, you're an emotional individual. Just overall in nature, you have a lot of built-up emotions, and that's why your readings are emotional readings. That's all it is. You want chocolate, Amy? I have some Milky Way and some Musketeers. I ate all the Twix. And I ate all the Snickers, too. Can't help it. I love caramel. I'm wearing a black tourmaline today, guys. This one I actually just finished wrapping. I wrapped this yesterday, or the day before. It was 2 days ago. So it's just a really simple tourmaline wrap. And the back is just very simple. That's all it is. But it's very basic and cute. So that's what I'm wearing today. It's got a very good energy to it. And it kind of repels the negativity, the negative energies away. We don't need negative energy. Phyllis, does my dad see what's going on with you? Yes, of course. Is your father passed away or is he still alive? That's what I really want to know. But yes, he does see what's going on, regardless whether he's alive or passed on. But yes, he does see what's going on. Um, that's what I figured, Phyllis. He does see what's going on. He's not. He's not interfering though. He sees it. He understands it. But he's not going to interfere. So don't expect to get a message saying, this is what I want you to do, in regards to your situation and things going on. He's not going to interfere in any way. He's just watching and understanding. That's all there is to it. So know that he understands your situation and what's going on. Okay? Um, Rosalita would like to know if my son's dad has any messages. He passed on in 2001 on Thanksgiving. Rosalita, what's his name? Any of my friends or family here, I am missing them daily. I know, Elizabeth. Me too. I can't deal with negative energy. I really can't. I need to wear something to repel it at all times. Um, when I'm doing psychic readings, I normally wear Labradorite. One, it protects me from spiritual attacks, psychic attacks, but it also promotes the psychic boost, like the intuitive natures. So that's why I always wear Labradorite. Today I'm just wearing the black tourmaline. And there's been a lot of negative energy today. I don't know what it is about today, but today there's been a lot of negative energy. So I needed to put this on. Rosalina Dale. Okay. Rosalina, with Dale, was there issues with the throat? I'm getting a tightness in the throat. I don't know if this is like trouble speaking or trouble swallowing, something to do with the throat. Tightness in the throat is what I'm feeling. And that could also mean like there was something that he wanted to say but didn't have the opportunity to say it, is another thing that would mean. But there's a tightness in the throat is what is coming through. So there may be that there was something that he was trying to say that he just didn't get the chance to say. Um, okay. When I open up to this, I get a lot of spirits that come through. I do. Um, I don't know if this one's for you, Rosalita. Um, the throat was definitely for you. Okay. I don't know what exactly that was to mean, but I'm guessing that it was that there was something that he didn't get to say. Okay. Now, another spirit, like I said, I feel like this is another spirit. I don't feel like this is yours, Rosalita. But a green truck is what's coming through. So this may be for somebody else, but they're talking about a green truck. Does anybody know about a green truck? It is a male energy. Elizabeth, it's not something you can avoid due to being at work. Can you wear Anything, Elizabeth? Like necklaces, rings, bracelets? Do you work at a desk? Like, do you have a desk? I need to know about a green truck. Was it an accident? Cool. My friend Stacy recently had a reading with the psychic. Basically told her that if she didn't try to work it out with him because it's her purpose to make him better, that she would go into a drowned spiral and be unhappy for the rest of her life. He is not very nice to her at all. No. No, Claudia, have her reach out to me. That's definitely not the case. Um, yes, she was probably brought into his life for a purpose to help him improve his life and his circumstances. But if she was to go a different route, it would not lead her into a negative spiral. That would be her own, result to keep herself from a negative event if he decided not to improve. So that's definitely false. Definitely. Elizabeth, if you have a desk, I would recommend crystals. Just have some crystals at your desk. I do have some obsidian coming in. They're like probably this tall, and they stand up. They're like wands slash pillars. Those you can keep at your desk. I do from time to time get black tourmaline clusters, which is this but in a cluster form, and that's usually there as well. Or onyx is another one. So I would just recommend to have one of those three crystals just kind of chilling at your desk. It'll help kind of push away the negativity at work. Another thing you could do is I do bind runes. Someone requested a bind rune for positive energy with someone that she works with that was trying to kind of push her away. So I did a bind rune to promote joy and balance in the workplace. So that's another thing that I could do. Um, your friend died in a tragic, but that wasn't the first person we tried to make contact with, right, Rosalia? Rosalita, sorry. The first person we were looking at is not the person that was in an accident, right? Because I felt like this was a different individual. It was a different energy. There's a lot of energy, Monica. A lot of energy in this room. Kimberly. I kind of want to get a little bit more information on that. But I am sensing a yes. Is this military related? What is this in relation to, Kimberly? I'm definitely gonna get a yes, but I'm getting like a pickup on some kind of um, distance for. I don't even know how to like describe it. Distance for discipline. Like I don't know how to describe that. Uh, apparently, I'm picking up a lot of Rosalita's information. Okay, okay, I got you, Kimberly. Yeah, I do feel like he's gonna come back to you. Um, it's not gonna be as soon as you like. It is gonna be a longer period of time before it actually does happen for you. Uh, I want to say like 6 months, which is, it's quite distant. It is. 6 months is when the change is going to start to occur. So you're going to see some improvement in the situation in about 6 months. It's not going to be the, immediate, you get it back in 6 months, but it's the process is going to begin in about 6 months. Learning and educating yourself on the situation and topics moving forward. So it's all about educating yourself on the situation in the time frame. Rosalita apparently does. Apparently does. So car accident, lost him in an accident. He was in the military. Um, Definitely, there's definitely something there, Rosalita. He's still here, Rosalita. I just keep jumping around. I do keep jumping around. I do apologize. Hey, Jackie, welcome. Welcome, Brenda. So, Rosalita, just pay attention. I will be addressing that. I'm just waiting for more messages to come from him. Brenda, it's a time to wait. When were you actually looking at moving? Right now, I'm getting wait. Okay, waiting is preferred right now. There's definitely something that needs to be addressed before you can make that move. But I want to know approximately when were you looking at moving already? That might be a better idea and understanding as to why I get wait. How you doing, Jackie? Did you receive your items yet? Welcome, Belinda. February. Um, so we weren't looking at like next week, which is good. Um, I do have a better feeling about February. However, there are some things that you need to address coming up to February. So there's some things that you haven't worked through yet that you need to, take into account. Once you address them, and if you address them in time, yes, February will work. But I'm gonna say you're probably gonna move in March. You're probably not gonna make that February deadline. I do think you're actually gonna kind of push it off just like 1 or 2 months further out. But somewhere around there, you're gonna end up being able to move. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rosalita. Kimberly, yes. I know you probably get a lot of your healer type of thing, but I actually see you as a guide, um, guiding people in the direction that they need to be in, um, like giving people advice, helping them move forward. Um, that's what you're here for. That's what I get for you, is that you are a guide. You're meant to help people get moving forward in their direction. Um, you seem to be a go-to person with most people. They will come to you for answers. They will come to you for help, and that is where your gifts are. You may also be a healer as well. I did kind of get a small pickup on that, um, but more so, I see you helping and guiding more than healing. I think that's just where you prefer to be. Gloria, 3 months. All right, Monica. Take care, hon. Brenda, your husband. What are you asking about your husband? Again, guys, if you want an actual full reading with me, you need to go to www.facebook.com/lucidvisionpsychic. You'll see that scrolling down here at the bottom. With this here, you will want to look for the post at the top of that page. After you like the page and follow me on that page, you're going to want to click on the post. I want you to leave a GIF or a photo of your favorite psychic, like a psychic GIF, a psychic image. I'm going to pick my favorite one tomorrow, and I'm going to give out a free 15-minute session. This can be done live over the phone. It can be done on Facebook. It can be done on Skype. Whatever works for you. But it is a live 15-minute reading that I am giving out. So I want to see something, comical, something fun, something unique, something fun. Is your husband... Did you say husband? Yes, you did say husband. Husband moving in with you. There's a strong possibility, but there's something... I get a blockage. Like, something's trying to stop it from happening, or someone's not ready. I don't know what that's all about. But there's some kind of blockage between the situation. Yes, it's a good possibility that it will happen, but I do sense some kind of blockage. Something is stopping the event from happening right now, and I'd have to look deeper into that. Rosalita, I'm going to come back to you. I get the word body, body shape, and he's doing like the body figure type of hand movements. So it's saying body or shape, and that might be the in line to the accident or to the truck, like damage to the body or something along those lines. They speak in symbolism, which is difficult. He's saying your shape. He's saying your shape. He's saying your shape. I hate to say this, but has your figure changed? um, yeah, has your figure changed, or are you worried about your body or your diet or anything like that? It seems like that's what he's addressing. Like, is that one of your concerns? You lost weight working out. Okay, there you go. So he was just addressing that he's been there and he noticed the changes that have been going on with you. So he's there with you and he's listening. He's watching. He hasn't obviously moved on to his next life yet. And that's because there's actually a lot of people grieving over his passing. Too many people are still grieving over his passing, and that needs to change. And you're gonna be the one that's able to assist in that, helping people realize that he is still around, yes, but until everyone's done grieving, he can't move forward. He can't move forward. So the grieving needs to stop. The grieving needs to go. and we need to see a brighter light here. We need to change the thought cycles around. Yes, it's a loss. Unfortunately, it's an unfortunate loss, and we don't like to talk about death. But when we're done grieving and we allow them to move forward and move on, they're coming back to us, just in a different way. They're always going to come back to us. So help his family grieve. Help his family move forward. That way he can move on. And you know what's interesting, Rosalita? I don't feel like his ex-wife is actually too concerned with the fact that he passed away. I don't. I don't think she's even really grieving at this time. I think she's like, eh, it happened. So, yeah. Let's not even worry about her. Focus on the family. Try to help them move forward. Try to help them celebrate. But that's why he came across. He wanted to, let you know that he is there and he has been there, and that he's ready to move forward and get reborn. You need to also too much candy, Arcelia. Too much candy. I've been eating chocolate bars. I got some Musketeers and Milky Way, and I ate all of the Twix, and I ate all the Snickers. Yes, Rosalita, he was very fond of you. Unfortunately, it only got so far, and he wouldn't be watching you and seeing you if he didn't care for you. Okay? So the fact that he is coming through to speak with you says a whole lot, you know? You were trying to connect to somebody else, this is who came through. There was a strong connection. Can you tell me what my gifts are, Christina? Okay, let's see here, Christina. Christina, there's a heightened sense of intuition with you. You seem to know what happens before it happens. You always know without having to actually have the information. You seem to always know what's right. That is one of the first things. So you have a very heightened intuition. Let me see what else comes up for you. I see you using a pendulum. Do you use a pendulum? Do you use a pendulum? You know the things are swinging. Do you use a pendulum? Because that's what I'm seeing with you. I'm seeing you using a pendulum. I see your message, Melissa. I don't know if you said anything prior to that, but I do see that message. You do use a pendulum. Okay, good. But that's what I saw. I saw you using a pendulum. I see you having that heightened intuition. A lot of good. You need to trust yourself a little bit more, though. When it comes to using the pendulum, welcome, Debbie. When it comes to using your pendulum, it seems like you trust it 70% of the time. The other 30% is like, well, what if? And you seem to question it. You need to start diving a little deeper. Do you just get your yes, no's? Yes, no, maybe, and that's all you do with your pendulum? You're welcome, Rosalita. Yes, okay. So I want you to try to feel more from your pendulum while you're doing your questions. I want you to actually try to picture letters, or allow yourself to hear the letters. This could come in the form of words, complete words, or it could just flash letters. But however you see it or hear it, I want you to try to get messages other than yes, no, maybe. I want you to try to hear or see words that will help you determine deeper information other than yes and no. That's what I want you to work on. As far as people saying that you're a healer, you may be. There is a partial healing gift within you that you do need to tap into. You haven't tapped into that yet either. Um, but it is an option, yes. But I see you using the pendulum, and I see you doing more in-depth readings with them. Just needs to be tapped into. So that's what I have for you. Melissa, so when you have time, if you have time and energy, I want to know about Saturday. We'll go concerning an individual. The project will go well Saturday. Um, Continue to put that positive energy out there, Melissa, and yes, it will. I want you to carry around aventurine. I do feel it will work out for you, but you need to continue to think in a positive way. You do tend to put those kinks into your thoughts, like if this were to happen this way, yada yada. Don't do that. Continue to think in a positive way. Positive results will come for you. Um, but if you throw those kinks into the mix, you're going to notice that it's going to slow things down. Elizabeth Nehans, you are asking about your gifts. You're visual. You are visual. What you see is the answers. That is what I'm getting. So you may see signs, you may see words, you may see numbers, but you see it. Physically, you see it. Like if you're looking at my whiteboard back here, and you see psychic, and that's what's standing out. You need to be focused on that word for that reason. You see things, and it's right in front of your face. I don't know if you've noticed that. If you haven't noticed that, start paying attention from here on out. But you're a visual. You see things. You may even see spirits, but it's visual. And I feel like it's more physical than spiritual. So pay attention to what you see. That's going to help you with your intuition moving forward with your questions and concerns. Definitely, Christina, reach out to me via my website. I do have a special this month. This month I'm doing a $100 special. It's a 60-minute reading. You can break that up into up to 4 sessions. So you could do 4 15-minute sessions. It's up to you how you want to do it. With that $100, you also get a free pendant. And if you're in the U.S., that free pendant gets shipped to you for free as well. So for $100, it's discounted by $20 for the hour. And then you also get a free pendant of your choosing with free shipping if you're in the US. You don't want to miss that deal. But that's this month only. So November 1st through November 31st. Debbie, any impressions for me? Have been trying to open up and pay attention to your calling. You've been sidetracked a lot, Debbie. You've been pulled in too many different directions, and that's been causing you to not be able to focus on one thing. I don't know if that's just your personality, that you just kind of jump between multiple things, but that is the issue that needs to be faced right now. You need to learn to focus on one thing and one thing only. Experience the transition and learn everything you can, then move forward into the next step. I don't feel like you really know exactly what your calling is yet. Is that true? It's like you're still questioning it. You're still trying to figure out, what is the purpose? Like, what is the purpose? I think you know, but you're questioning it. Like, why? Why should I do this? What is my purpose? And that's what I'm getting from you. But definitely, you need to learn to focus. You feel like a healer? Okay. Welcome, Daniel. Do you get a lot of anxiety, Debbie? And there is a delay between my communication and the message box. So when I get quiet, it's just I'm waiting for a response, guys. Um, do you get a lot of anxiety, though? Ow, ow, ow. Cramp. Do need to learn to focus, no anxiety. What is it about here in the like lower chest area? What is it here that I'm feeling? That is what I related to anxiety. So I'm trying to understand what is it that I'm feeling here. Um, and it's not like a heaviness. It's like nervousness. Like to me, it feels like nerves. It may be like a fear of understanding, a fear of not knowing how to go about things, but something going on here. This is where it is, and that could be relative to the heart chakra. So if I'm looking at the heart chakra, um, we're talking about things on an emotional level. So it may be saying that there may be something on an emotional level that you need to address before you can do this work. Um, so there's a whole lot of things that it can mean, but you do need to focus. That is the key. Focus on one thing at a time. Um, do I feel like that is where you're meant to be? With a lot of work. Yes, with a lot of work, I think you can um, be a healer and a very good one. But there is some learning that needs to be done. There's a lot of patience and focus that's going to have to be put into that before you get there. But you can do it, yes. Have you done research on Reiki yet? Have you done research on? Um, I'm actually getting drums. Like I'm getting powwow style drumming, Indian belief, culture, um, aspect for you. Do you have Indian culture? Like I get powwow, like drumming and healing through sound. Healing through sound, Debbie. Look into that. Look into healing through sound. Doesn't have to be Indian culture, but I'm getting Indian culture. So look into that. Figure that out and let me know. You're welcome, Rosalita. And that's fine. Don't focus on the Reiki. Focus on the drumming, the powwow, the Indian culture aspect, because that's where I'm drawn to. That's what was like smacking me in the face. So healing through sound is what I want you to look at, Debbie. And there's many ways to do that through drumming, through what do they call those things? Crystal bowls, the sound bowls, that sort of thing. I want you to look into that. That might be what you're drawn to. Okay, I know I missed a lot of questions, so if I haven't got your question, please repost it, and I'll look into it as I see it pop up. I'm going to do a couple more messages, and then I'm actually going to go. Um, so it was a pleasure reading for all of you. If you haven't yet, go to my page, www.facebook.com/lucidvisionpsychic. It's been scrolling down here at the bottom. Um, with that being said, there is a free 15-minute session that I will be giving away. I want you to post your favorite GIF or photo in regards to the word psychic. So find that post on my page, leave in the comments your favorite GIF or photo pertaining to psychic, and I will be giving out one 15-minute session to my favorite post, my favorite comment. So head on over there. Head on over there. You're welcome, Arcelia. Well, you're welcome, Rosalina. Belinda. Okay. What do I have for you? What do I have for you, Belinda? Belinda, I'm actually getting. It's like an image of small. What I'm actually seeing specifically as a child. Um, do you have children? 'Cause I'm actually getting like an image of a child and it's saying small, like the small things. So I'm actually curious if this is actually speaking of an actual child or not. Hey, Lauren. I'm almost finished. I am. I'm gonna do a couple messages yet, then I'm done. I've been getting a lot of visuals the past couple days. I don't usually get like sight. I don't usually see visuals. So having to decipher what these visuals are is a pain in the butt. But I've been getting a lot of visuals. Amy, to release block. Um, Depends on the situation. What do you feel like you're blocked? Grown daughter. Grown daughter. Was she hyper as a child? Like you just couldn't keep her down? So I'm getting jumping up and down, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, but with a child. Yes, okay. Has she been on your mind lately? Like, has she been someone that has been frequently on your mind lately? 'Cause that would be the only reason I can think of that it would be coming through. Theta Reiki, you said I had major one that people are working on. Servicing but can't release visuals reading your open up word. I believe it, Amy. It's also been the veil's been thin, so a lot of spirits have been coming through too, which is just nuts. She has been Belinda. Um, so this is mostly in line with you and your daughter. Then the visual was just coming through to say, this is who she is. That she is a child of yours, and that she is a hyper one. And she was a hyper one. So that was a way to say, this is who we're talking about. Uh, you need to stop worrying so much, Belinda. Um, the lesson that needs to be learned is that everything will happen in their own time, and everything is going to happen for a purpose. Whether we worry about it or not, same result. Okay, you need to just learn how to stop stressing and worrying about everything, and just let things take their own course. I don't know exactly what in relation to this and your daughter has, but that is the message. I hope that makes sense to you and you can work through that. Um, but worrying about the situation is not going to bring any um, resolution to the situation. The relationship with your daughter, will it ever be better? Phyllis, yes, it will. And I actually feel like in like 2 months, there's gonna be something happening in 2 months, Phyllis, with your daughter. It's gonna help kind of bring you back together, not like full force together, but it's gonna help the start of the process in 2 months. So just expect some changes to start to turn in about 2 months. The wheels are going to start turning. Alright, so I'm going to actually cut this feed off here. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, if you haven't yet, jump on over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/lucidvisionpsychic. That is my business page. Like it. Find the post where it talks about a GIF for psychic, the word psychic. I want you to leave a GIF for your favorite GIF in relation to psychic, or your favorite photo if you can't leave a GIF. And then I am going to pick one winner for a free 15-minute session tomorrow. If you would like to book me for a session, please go to www.lucidvision.net/readings. You can get an email reading for $45, I believe it is. No, $30. $30 per question. That is a full reading, so you will get dice and cards in that reading. If you leave me your date of birth, I will also look into the numerology for that as well. So you get a full reading whether you get a live or an email. The email is not done instantly. It is done within 48 hours. So expect that to be done, somewhere between 24 and 48 hours. If you want to book a live session, I do that over phone, Facebook, Skype, any way we can actually connect one-on-one. That is 15 minutes for $45, 30 minutes for $80, or with this month's special, it is 60 minutes for $100. It is normally $120, and with that sale, you're also going to get a free pendant with free shipping in the U.S. So you can pick a pendant up to $25. You're getting a $20 discount on the reading, $25 on the pendant, and free shipping. So you're saving like $55 just by getting that special. But that's going to run all month long. You can find that on the website. You can reach out to me via Facebook or email. If you would like to give me a call, my phone number is at the bottom of my website as well. The website is right there at the top. You will also be able to watch this video again on YouTube. So I will leave the link at the bottom of the comments when I'm finished here. So I'm going to leave 2 links. I'm going to leave a link to the YouTube page as well as a link to one of my live readings that I did here as well at the end. So keep a lookout for that. I will definitely be posting that. I look forward to hearing from you guys. I look forward to seeing all of the GIFs and the photos in the comments on that post. And I look forward to doing that 15-minute session for you guys. Many blessings. I will see you guys again soon. Somebody did ask, when will I be back on? Rosalita, I'm going to be back on next Wednesday. Let me see here. Next Wednesday. Yes. Next Wednesday at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's the same time every Wednesday is when I'm going to be trying to get on. So you're going to find this the same way every time. You can friend request me as Barry Bing. You can add me, like and follow Lucid Vision Metaphysical, the Facebook page. You can look at Lucid Vision live feeds, which is a group that I created recently, so there's not a lot of members, but I do share the videos there every time. Lightworker live feeds, and like 3 other groups. There's too many. I just shared a bunch of groups that everyone knows me, and everyone's like, I want you to share your videos. Okay, I will. So I do that. But I will see you guys all next time. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. If you would like to book a session, please do so. And I will hear from you guys soon. Love and light.